Hi everybody, Carmen here with Quality Sewing, and for today's How Do I, we are going to talk about all of the new notions and accessories that we just featured at our annual What's New parties. So we host these every year at every store location because in the summer, we go around to all of the different manufacturers, conventions, and they launch a ton of new product. They launch a ton of new machines, new accessories, new notions, and we just finished these parties last week in our stores, and so I thought it would be fun to come on here today in case you weren't able to come to the party because maybe you don't live in Western Washington, or maybe you just weren't able to make it this year. I thought you would enjoy seeing some of the cool new accessories and patterns and things that we found along our journey this summer. And so you can see I've got a ton of fun stuff around me. So we're just going to sort of get started over here. I think we'll start with some of the Kimberbell things. So Kimberbell is super fun. They make tons of beautiful embroidery patterns. And one of the things that they do is they make these patterns like this one here and this one next to me, that where they have a thread, they have a fabric kit, and they have a design collection, and they have an embellishment kit. So let me sort of explain what that means. So if we're looking here at this guy, I'll turn this way so you can see it a little better in the camera. This is called Quilty Little Christmas. So you can see how adorable. These are designed where you could hang them on a wall. You could really do lots of different things with them, and they're all quilted. And what's fun about it is this fabric kit here gets you all the fabric for the tops that you see here. And then the embellishment kits, you can see that like all of the cute little embellishments like the bow, the buttons, the little rhinestones here, all of those come in the embellishment kit. And then of course, all of the embroidery designs are in this lovely book. And what's great about their books for their embroidery designs is it gives you a step-by-step on how to build the whole thing. So your result can look, if you get all three pieces, your result can look identical to these, which is pretty awesome. All the good stuff. And then the designs are also in here as well. So this is Quilty Little Christmas, brand new. And with all of these Kimberbell things, the fabric kits are usually pretty limited edition. They come out and then they're here while they're here and then they go away. So if you're curious about this or you like that idea, whenever you see a Kimberbell project come out, you know, get that fabric kit right away. Sometimes the embroidery designs and the embellishment kits will last a little bit longer on the market before they're gone. But the fabric kits for sure, once they're gone, they're gone. So this one is super cute. You can get ready for the holidays and you still have time to make it, right? It's only the end of September. So over here, this is another really cute one. This is called Quilting Through the Seasons ladder quilt. And what's fun about this is that everything is removable, okay? So you can see here, we sort of set it up for spring. Like we have a little banner that says sunny, we've got the flowers, we've got the cute little basket of fruit down here. You can't quite see it. But then over here, what I've tried to do is set up for you so you can see like this over here would be spring, right? We've got summer here. This would be spring, and you can see how these pieces would go into here, right? And then there's a winter one, and then a fall one. So what's cool about this is that this could be a wall hanging that's up year-round in your house, but you can trade out the components of it to match the season. So really fun. It even comes with these cute little empty frames that you can, and of course you have to make all this. I don't want to imply that it's already made. You make it, you embroider it on your embroidery machine, and so you get the design collection like this, and it takes you step by step through how to do each section, and it shows you all of the different, so you can see like the banner, instead of saying sunny, says fall and says burr. Very cute, right? So you get all of that stuff there, but it even comes with little, you can make little frames that are empty, and then you could put, like if you're going to put this one here, you could put a picture of like the birthday person that month or that season for your family, right? So there's lots of fun things you can do. Kimberbell is excellent at making really interactive projects, and they're very fun. and since they have step-by-step instructions, they're also very doable. And so I have here the embroidery design collection, but I do still have some fabric kits left for this guy, and I have some embellishment kits left for this guy. And this guy, because this was from a little bit earlier in the season, I actually have this guy marked at 40% off right now. So pretty sweet deal. So check it out if you've been wanting this. Once these are gone, they will be gone because there aren't any more of them. But pretty fun project. And all of the notions I'm talking about today are on sale, and there's a link that I believe is connected to this post, or if you search what's new, I think, on our website, it'll take you to that landing page where we have all of the products, and you can either order these to ship to your home, or you can order them for in-store pickup. And a lot of this same stuff is in every store location right now because we just featured it during our What's New parties. Okay, so let's see. We're going to slide over. Oh, you know what? I don't want to forget. I'm going to talk about one thing over here since we're all the way on this side and my camera person is able to get here. So this is new from Baby Lock, and this is a hoop hanger, okay? So you have hooks here, so you could like hang it on the back of a door, you could hang it, really anywhere you wanted, and then there's all of these buttons that snap, right? And you can hang all of your hoops. And I don't know about you, but sometimes hoops get really unruly in a drawer, or sometimes what I find is like, I will find half of my hoop, and the other half will be like in some other drawer, and I'm searching for it. This way, even if they come apart, they're staying together on a hook, and you can hang in here. There's also a spot to toss in, like if you have some of the really tiny hoops, or if you have other things that you just want to keep sort of together for your embroidery, really nice. It can go, you can hang it on the back of almost anything, right? So that is new, and this guy I believe is on sale for $59, brand new from Baby Lock, so that's pretty fun as well. Okay, and it's really long, so it goes all the way down there to the, all the way to the floor. So let's see here. Okay, I'm tripping on my things, but let me show you a couple more things from Kimberbell. Let's keep with Kimberbell here. So here we go. This is their new tool tote, okay? And the reason why I pulled out the clear blue tiles is because this tool tote is designed to work with the pop rulers, the clear blue tiles. So if you have a lot of these placement tools, from Kimberbell, and you're like, wow, they're everywhere, they're sort of a mess. This has been designed to store them all. So you can store everything in here really easy, which is great. Sorry, everybody. Tickle in my throat. And you can see there's like little Velcro straps, there's pockets. Really cute, and this is all, you probably can't quite see it here, zippers. So all these pieces are zippers, and there's tons of storage, and I love the color of this. So pretty, so fun, and it works like I said, with those expansion packs, or the clear blue tiles, the pop rulers, the expansion packs of those, all of that good stuff. Okay, so now let's look at all the fun stuff I have here. And I'm knocking things over. Look at that, I was knocking my pumpkin over. So we have a lot of fun new stuff from OESD. Every year, OESD comes out with all sorts of cool new designs. Now, if you're a member of their Spree Club, you get all the designs every single month, which is pretty awesome. So if you're like, wow, I wish I could get embroidery designs every month, OESD does sell a digital Spree Club. And this Spree Club, you can have, you get all of the designs all the collections that they release every month, you get those. They just get loaded into your digital portal, which you log into with your email address, and then you can download those designs, and then they live there. So it's pretty sweet. The Spree Club is, $5.99 for the whole year. So that's pretty awesome. But let me tell you about all of the different cool things that I have here. So, right here, we have some really cute little pumpkins. So these are the, I have it right here. What is it called? Primitive pumpkins. So let's put it over here where you can see it. If I turn it the right way, that camera. So this is called Primitive Pumpkins, and you can sort of see what the design looks like here. But what's cute about these is that they are made with felt. So you have the felt patterns here. They're not really felt patterns, but they're like appliques. So if you've never done the freestanding projects from OESD, what's really cool about them, you can see this one has sort of come undone here, is that you embroider this whole panel, and then they have these little like hooks and holes here, and you just hook them together, and then it creates the shape. Now, if you aren't familiar with these, definitely get a pair of the OESD alligator clamps, because it makes it really easy to hook those all together. But what's fun about this one is you use all the different felt and fabric and applique to get these cute little pumpkin shapes, and you can make them, of course, in lots of different colors. And this design collection, all of these design collections do come in all of the different formats. And what's nice about these OESD ones, I don't want to open it, I guess, but it's on a USB stick, which is really handy. And this guy, the Primitive Pumpkins, is regularly $29.99 and on sale for $23.99. So that is pretty cute and fun. Another couple of Halloween seasonal ones that we have are over here. This is the freestanding Halloween lantern. I'm going to turn it around so you can see the different sides. Very cute. You could put a little tea light in here. This little lid comes off. You can see the inside. Very cute. And this guy, you can see here when it's lit up, how it looks even brighter and more fun, which is sort of awesome. And there's two different sizes, a bigger one and a small one. And this guy is also regularly $29.99 and on sale for $23.99. And then over here, we have the OESD freestanding flower shop of horrors. So I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but there is a plant that is growing up and out of the greenhouse and taking over. You can see a little arm of it coming out over here. Like, it is very, very fun. And of course the plant, it has the little chompers, very cute. This whole thing here, same deal on this guy. It is regularly $29.99 and it's on sale for $23.99. And this is what the package looks like. And these are also all on USB, but very cute, super fun, seasonal designs. And then if we go into sort of the next season for OESD, we do have some holiday things. So there we have a pre-order on the Donna Gelsinger OESD tiled stockings. So, oh gosh, she's putting the camera there so you can just see it down here. So you can see one here with the Santa and the snowman, and then the other one here is poinsettias. So very cute. This isn't a pre-order. I believe it is coming out later in October. So if you were to order it now, we could then load it into your OESD account for you once it releases. So that is really fun. And that guy is also, I believe, that's a little bit more. So it's regularly $34.99. It's on sale for $27.99. And like I said, all this stuff is on the website. And then the next thing here is this tile scene. Now this guy, we don't have a sample of it to show you, but I'll let her zoom in a little bit on the packaging. If you're not familiar with our tile scenes, this makes an entire quilt out of thread, basically. Let's see, there we go, no more glare. And this is a Thomas Kincaid. It's called Midnight Delivery. And there's also a coordinating thread set, because as you might imagine, if you want this to look identical to what you see there, you need every single color of thread and you want it to be perfect. And so the thread set is a really great way to go. And then of course they do, there's a PDF that comes on the USB stick that gives you all the instructions about how to, like what colors to use, what stabilizers to use, how to put it together. So it comes out really beautifully. And so that guy is called Midnight Delivery, Thomas Kincaid, very fun. Okay, oh, I forgot one more Kimberbell item. There's the new, this is the Pumpkins and Potions needle minder. So there's tons of needle minders right now. And these are great because they have a magnet on one side and then a magnet on the other side, and you could wear it and put your pins on it. I was hearing that sometimes people use them to like attach a scarf to their shirt, right? You can do all sorts of different fun things with them. But this one is really cute. Kimberbell's been coming out with lots of different little needle minders, and I love how this one's like Halloween themed. So very fun. And that guy is regularly $11.99. It's on sale for $9.58. Okay, a few more items from OESD. So one of them is this top cover. So have you ever had an embroidery design where you're embroidering, maybe you're embroidering a dark color onto white, something white, or you're embroidering on something dark with a light color and you can sort of see the fabric through? That has happened to me. This is an example of one where I have used the top cover so that way you don't see the white through my pumpkin shape, if that makes sense. So what happens here is they have all of these different colors of top cover that come in one package. So there's orange and yellow and red and white and black and blue. And so what you would do is you would stabilize your project just like how you normally would. And you would layer in there one layer of the, so in this case, I would, you would use something close to, like if I was doing this pumpkin, I would layer in orange there underneath, and then it would do all the orange on top, so that way you wouldn't, the orange thread on top, so then you wouldn't see the white fabric coming through. And this works really well, particularly when you want to do something like a white ghost on red fabric. That's the sample we used at What's New, and it was really quite striking. What I love about the OESD product, because there is like Floriani also makes a product that is like this, that is a the name of what they call it is totally evading me in this moment, but it's the same sort of thing. It's like top cover. But what I love about this is that you get one packet that's on sale for like $11.19. You get all the different colors. So you have it, you can just have it in your sort of drawer with your supplies of things. So if you run into a pattern where you need this, you are going to be prepared and you would have all the colors. You don't have to buy a whole package of each color, if that makes sense. So this is a really nice, a nice new product. Okay, so let's see here. The other thing I have from OESD is the new Perfect Quilting Thread. So I'm gonna just sort of hold these up because there's lots more. Maybe if I put it here, can we see maybe? I don't know. I'll just hold up all the different colors. So there's like all of these different colors, and the reason why I love this thread is OESD has made embroidery thread. The Isocord embroidery thread is from OESD, and they have done a beautiful job with all of that thread. And what's great about this thread is that it is a polyester core with a cotton finish, and they're calling it the Perfect Quilting Thread. And you can see we have these all in these different sets. And the reason I got to use it up running a convention because we used it in the classes, the hands-on classes we had, and we both really loved it. It works really beautifully. It's 50 weight, and it's not linty at all. So you can use it for piecing, you can use it for quilting, because it's the right weight. And so we have these different nice little packs of the different color waves, so that way you can give it a try. We have some of the neutrals. We also have some bright colors, which is sort of fun. And these guys are regularly $38.97, and they're on sale for $29.99 for What's New. So pretty fun. Give it a try. We have really been excited about this new quilting thread. So while we're on this, why don't we talk about this mat here, since the camera was this is a new wool pressing mat. And I'm going to talk about one over there as well in a minute, but this is 18 by 36, and it is a giant, pretty big wool press mat. You can see how nicely it fits on my cutting table here. And it has the markings, which is so nice. So wool is a beautiful surface for pressing. For example, if you have embroidery and you don't want to crush it, if you flip it upside down and you embroider on the back of it, you're not going to crush your embroidery design. It does a great job grabbing moisture. But yes, it is really, really lovely. And this is brand new with the markings, which I just am loving. And then in a second here, we're going to pop over and I'm going to show you one that's just like this, but the shape of your ironing board. Like, how cool is that? So I'll show you that in a minute. And then, but I still have, I think I have one more item here from OESD, and this is just the USB holder. If you have tons and tons of different USB sticks, which I know you might, and they sort of get lost with like your ones for work or for your office stuff or whatever, this is nice because you can keep them all sort of, they have these, probably the black on black, you probably are having a hard time seeing on the camera, but there's a little spot here for you to put the USB through. Maybe if we put it down here, you can see a little bit better. There we go. So you can put the different USB sticks in this holder here. There's some spot down here for more. There's a little zippy area here. So it's really nice, and it's clearly for embroidery, since it says embroidery makes everything better, because of course it does. Very cute. And that's on sale for $11.99, which is pretty great. Okay, so now let's get to some of the other cute things I have. I guess we'll go back here and then I'll go down there. I've got lots of stuff today because whenever we're talking about what's new things, there's just lots of things. So one of the things we did is we brought in a whole bunch of Sally Tomato patterns. And what's fun about these is some of these patterns aren't maybe brand new this season, but they're all really cute and we were able to have a sample of each one. And I don't know about you, but I love actually seeing what it's going to look like before I make it, because sometimes I just don't quite connect exactly how big it is, even though I can read the measurements, until I really see it. So we have some of the cute different ones, like we have the Novak pattern. So this is a really cute little purse here that you could either use it. It has the instructions for making the straps, so you can have it handheld or with the straps. Very cute. We have the Jessica purse here. And I love how this one, we've done some really fun embellishment. It was embroidered here, and then some decorative stitches were used. I don't know, you probably can't see it. I pull it down here a little bit more maybe. You can see that there's decorative stitches on the handle, which is really fun. I love this idea. And then we also have the Casey. Now this is a great example of a pattern that when I looked at this little pattern, I would have just, I don't know, I think I would have presumed it was a different size. So really nice to see what size this actually is. This is the little Casey duffel. And when you open it up here, it does have some pockets in here. It has two handles. You got some pockets on the outside. This one, once again, we've put some embroidery on there, which is pretty fun. There's a B and then an initial. And then this guy also has a strap. So if you want to wear it, you can do that. Really cute. And you can obviously see how different you can make it look from the one we made versus the one that is shown on the pattern, right? So lots of versatility. We'll take this guy back off here. And then there is the Ferris, which is a little belt bag. Belt bags are super popular right now. You can see this guy right here. Cute little belt bag. You know, lots of different, and you can make them tone on tone where it's all the same, like in the way the pattern looks, right? Or you can see here she's used like 3 different tones of fabric, so it has a totally different look. Very fun. And this can be one of these that you could do as a crossbody, or you could wear it as an actual belt, which is fun. And then let's see, what else do we have here? We have the Molly. So here is what the package looks like. There's the Molly, and then this is the Molly right here. Very cute. This one does not have a zipper, but it does have a cute little snap enclosure, and then it has a little clasp. There is a zipper on the inside for the zippered pouch, but very cute. This one we might make a class later next year. We'll see, because it's a pretty cute little style. And what I'm reading is this sort of handbag is very popular this season, so very cute. And then we don't have a sample of this because this was sort of a last minute ad because it's brand spanking new. It was just released like September 3rd or something. This is the new Tula tote. So this is Sally Tomato working with Tula Pink, and this tote is big. It is like, I don't know, I've put my hands up here. It is a big tote. You can find on the website, you probably can see that picture of it, and it can show you how big. This is a really big tote, really cute. I love it in the Tula Pink fabric. But then the other thing they have now is, and this is part of the reason why I had to bring this in, was because look, they now have hardware, Sally Tomato hardware, that is in hot pink for Tula. And so like this is a Tula Pink set that if you buy this pattern, this is all of the hardware you would need to make this tote bag, and it's all together. And I just love how bright and fun it is, right? Like, who doesn't want pink hardware? Super unique. And so we had to bring these two things in, even though we just didn't get a chance to actually make a sample, because this, like, actually, we got it after we had started What's New. Okay, so there's that fun Tula stuff. Oh, and then all of these patterns, what I didn't say was pricing. All of this, most of the Sally Tomato patterns are like $10.39 each. I think the Jessica one is a little bit less, but they're, you know, fun. They're really nice patterns. We like working with her patterns. She also has she has hardware. She has some other things that sort of work with her purses, and she makes all sorts of different purses and bags, tons of different patterns. Okay, so let's go over here and let's see here. We'll talk about all the stuff down here. So we also have some new stuff from Quilter Select and Floriani, and then we have a little baby lock thing popped in here. So let's talk about the baby lock thing first. This is the Baby Lock Inspiration Guide. So inspiration guides are created, Baby Lock has one for most of their machines. And what's great about these is they take you through step-by-step usage of the machine, and then also how to use accessories. They even have some projects in here, and they show you different techniques. So there's lots of different, like here's a whole fun Sashiko technique section. They give you lots of inspiration plus the tools of how to actually create those things. So this is brand new, it was just released. So if you own a Sashiko machine, you might want to get one of these. I believe that we have them on sale right now for $99 each instead of, I think it's like $159 or $149 or something. Actually, I have a thing right here, $169, look at that. I even have a tag, I'm prepared. And so these are really handy and lovely. If you're not familiar with a Sashiko machine and what it is, let's see if I can find a picture in here that shows it is gonna do, it looks like hand stitching. So the machine just does this one stitch, but it is gorgeous. And it looks like beautiful hand stitching in that Sashiko way. And it is really, really beautiful, super easy to use machine, and just has glorious results. Okay, so then the other things we have here is we have this is a new mat on one side and wool pressing mat on the other. And you can see the theme here. We have 3 products that have wool on them, but wool is such a great pressing material. What I love about this one is this would be great to have next to you while you're sewing, so you can turn and press, or you could turn and cut. And then I love pressing on wool. And then the Quilter Select mats and rulers are great because all the measurements line up. So if you have their ruler and their mat, you're going to find that all of the markings line up perfectly, which is great for precision. And I also love the rotary cutters. They have 3 sizes of them. The brand new one here is the 28 millimeter, but they also have a 45 and then they have a 60 that I don't have here. And what's unique about all of their rotary cutters is you just push here, the blade comes out, and this is a really heavy rotary cutter. And you might say, well, why would I want a heavy rotary cutter, Carmen? Well, the reason why you want something that is heavy is then it's doing more of the work for you. So it cuts very easily and you don't have to push as hard. And then all of their rulers, like this is a brand new ruler. This is the 6.5 by 24 inch, which is pretty great. Most of us have a 6 by 24 inch ruler because it's been probably one of the most standard rulers we've had for years. But this is actually a 6.5. So that's much nicer if, let's say, you want to do something that you're trying to cut strips because you want to end up with a 6-inch block or something. Now you can do 6.5, really great size. And all of their rulers have the anti-slip on the back. So pretty awesome because when you use these in combination, they work so well because you have the ruler that's not going to slip and slide. You have the beautiful rotary cutter that's doing more of the work for you so you don't get tired when you're cutting. Just a really lovely setup. And then another product here. This product is not new, but we featured it at What's New because we're just always amazed by it. We're just amazed by how many people still haven't seen this stuff, and we love it so much. So we're like, we got to talk about it because Free Fuse is amazing. So Free Fuse is one of our favorite. It is a semi-permanent fusing powder. So it just shakes out, and I don't have this one open. It shakes out, and what you do with it is, let's say you're doing applique. And you have your bottom fabric is here, and then you put a piece of fabric on top, right? And you want those to fuse together. You just sprinkle, and when I say sprinkle, I mean like salt, right? We are salting it. We are not like pouring it. Just a little bit will go a long way. And then you just iron it, and it is fused. It is beautiful if, let's say, you want to do any basting. If you want to do like, at least basting where you're going to keep it that shape because it is semi-permanent. But I love it if I'm quilting, right? Where I'm doing my bottom layer, my batting, and my top layer, and instead of pinning it together, instead of using a spray adhesive, I'll just use the Free Fuse because it irons, it holds beautifully, it's not messy. Any of those times where right now maybe you're using a spray adhesive, a lot of those times you could instead use the Free Fuse, and it works great. And then it comes in this little package like this that you might have an older one that was in a cardboard thing. This is much better because it actually has the little holes so you can shake it out really nicely. And then of course, once this runs out, you can just buy a refill, which is really handy. Okay, next we have some fun thread. So this is, these are the spring summer threads, trending colors, really cute. I brought this in because I've got a great deal on it. So 10 spools of thread, regularly $69.99, on sale for, maybe it's $59, I don't want to, it's regularly $59, sorry, I was really excited there. Regularly $59.99, on sale for $29.99. So pretty awesome. Look how pretty they are. Great fun colors, great deal for the beautiful Floriani embroidery thread. This is one of our favorite embroidery threads. Okay, and then over here I have some other new little gadgets. So this is new from Quilter Select. Yes, Betsy, I agree, very pretty colors. So this is a little pin cushion, and they come in different colors here. And I'll flip it around so you can see. It's cute because it can be on your arm, and we just, there's not a lot of these products out there, but sometimes it's nice if you're doing something to have pins close, and they have a couple of different ones, and then they have these semi-precious stones here in the middle. So like this one I think is sodalite, this is quartz, and so they're pretty, and then they match with their needle minders. So just like the needle minder that I'm wearing over here, these ones, what I like about these is that these are like stones. I don't know if you can see, it almost has like a quilting pattern etched in them, so it's not glaring. So this is the sodalite, this is the quartz, and then the one that I don't have with me right now is the turquoise. So there's also some turquoise ones, and these are cute, and they just, once again, you could use it. These ones I really think you could use to hold a scarf because they're just cute and pretty, but you could also use it to hold pins, all of that stuff. And those are new from Quilter Select. And then I have two more things here. These are the new Quilter Select Square It rulers. So what's cool about this ruler is, if let's say this was my fabric, you are just going to line it up, and it has the markings here where and it's actually cut out, so that way, in fact, maybe we'll go down to my little pad here and show you how you would cut with it, so you can see. Flip this over here. So if I was going to cut this out, I would, if let's say I'm doing some embroidery on a quilt block or something, and now I want to square it, or maybe I want to square just a normal quilt block that isn't embroidered, right? You could use either way, and you are going to line it up, and then you can just actually cut. It has the notches here, so my blade goes all the way past, and then you can cut out the shape, right, from the inside, or you can use it from the outside. So there's two different, this one here does 8.5 by 8.5 and 6.5 by 6.5, right? So 6.5 and 8.5 block. And then we also have a smaller one that does, 7.5 by 7.5 and 5.5 by 5.5. So these are really nice for squaring up your blocks or your embroidery designs, any of that good stuff. But it's nice because you can actually see it, because we all know that sometimes a true square, I don't know about you, but sometimes we should do what our eye makes, what looks good, right? And so you can fudge it a little bit and make sure you can actually see what you're doing. Okay, so behind me, I have my last couple of things here. So back here, I have the new Olysio Tula Pink iron. You can see that I'm into Tula Pink, right? So Tula's fun. So this little iron here is pretty awesome. Oh, she went to sleep. I turned her on too long ago. So you just hold it here, and it's flashing now while it turns on, and then it will turn green, but it's really cute, and you can press, right? It comes with a little silicone cover here as well, which is great. So it can be your iron rest, so it can live down like this. But what I love about this is that it also steams. So we have some other small irons out there that are really just for like the hot iron, but doesn't actually press. This really presses. This really works super well. When it's on, there's actually also a little light here that shoots down, so that way you can really see where you're ironing. And it works really well. I have a team member who has had one for like a week or two, and she's really been loving it, and I love how cute it is. Would be really great, to have like in conjunction with that mat, the press and churn mat, right? You can press and churn with this guy. It would also be great when you're working with small projects or applique, all of that good stuff. And it works just like, if you're not familiar with Olysio irons, they make really lovely irons. Okay, so then the other thing here is what I'm showing for the ironing here is that new mat. This is a wool pressing mat that is the shape of your ironing board. So you can put it on any ironing board, and now you're getting the benefit of the wool. And then what's great is that they roll up. So if let's say you're not going to use it, it just rolls up and it comes with little straps that hold it. So that way you could like tuck it away and then it can stay rolled up, and when you unroll it, it totally flattens right back out, which is great. I'm always thinking about where am I going to store it when I'm not using it, right? Particularly big things. So this stores really nicely, and it has the little straps it comes with, which are purple because, I mean, that's fun. Anyway, this sold really well at our events. I think it's a really great product. Excited about it. And then we also, I think last but not least, we have this new Arrow quilt thread set. So if you have a long arm quilting machine, or maybe you have a high-speed quilting machine and you like to use the large cones, this is a new value pack of these really pretty jewel colors, which is fun. And also you can use it with a regular machine if you use a secondary spool holder. My goodness. If you use a secondary spool holder, you can use the large spools as well. So everything I have talked about, a lot of the pricing I told you about, but everything is on sale, and it is super fun. I think I'm going to swap this way so you can sort of see all my stuff in front of me again. So hopefully you saw some new things, and we do have all of our What's New specials are going on through Saturday the 28th. We have just extended those. So if you came to What's New and you're like, oh wait, I really wanted to buy something, we have all these notions and things in the stores. If you were thinking about a machine, we also still have great deals on the What's New machines as well. And all of that goes through Saturday, September 28th. So thanks so much for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to post them here and we'll answer them. And if you're interested in any of the fun new notions that I have showed you today, you can purchase them on our website for either in-store pickup, or we can ship them to you anywhere in the US. Thanks so much.